surprised about. We see Grok, we see Kalea as well, we see CC. So, yeah,
CC, Grok, Eve.
yeah. And this time they're banning Zushin because Zushin was very annoying the first match when Team Spirit were playing with it. They picked the Hilda immediately. We can see very fast picks. They're not thinking twice. Let's see Team Max, what are they going to do this match and what will be their picks?
To be honest, Team Max, they need to avoid the early fights with Team Spirit to reach to the win conditions, and they need to trade objectives. If Team Spirit they're doing turtles, just go bottom or just go top and take the towers and try to trade the objectives with it, or try to take kills. That's like trading. It's the best thing they can do with Team Max, because they need like to sacrifice something by something for them. Wow, the picks for the both teams, the red side and blue side, it's, to be honest, targeting, meta, and teasing.
But what does this tell you about Team Spirit's confidence with this first pick?
It's a usual pick, you know. If Hilda is open, then why not take it? She plays a huge part as a roamer. She's such an annoying roamer, actually. There is no need for them to go for another Hylos pick in this match. Maybe they want to mix and match, see different styles, different strategies, you know, try them out. Since they are actually feeling comfy right now and having the 1-0 win. But I believe Team Spirit will still go for the win. They will try to go for the win and not just gamble. As we can see right now from Team Spirit, they are going for 2 heavy heroes plus a marksman, whereas Team Max went for Gatot Kacha, including the mid laner Kimi in that case. Now I believe Team Max still has a chance to go for a meta pick, but picking a Ruby early, do you think that this is a good choice?
For picking a Ruby as like a loser, like if you don't have a chance, it's a good, because like it's a good advantage for you. It will buy you time during the game to get to the win condition, to get like buy the items, and it will get like for the team to get advantage on it for the Ruby.
And as we can see right now, the third pick from Team Max is actually Lancelot. And Lancelot is going to have a hard time with actually Fredrin if they're going head on, 1v1. But I believe this is another task for Lancelot. It won't be his main task to go a one-on-one with Fredrin. Right now, we're back to the second phase of the bans, and we're waiting for Lei to go to choose the ban. What is he going to go for? Is he going to go for an XP laner, or is he going for something else?
Esmeralda as a ban.
Laner. Yep. Now they're going to start banning XP laners, since I believe both teams still did not go for their XP pick. And still also Team Spirit did not go for the mage pick. So Team Max has 2 choices, either to go for a mage ban or an XP ban.
Now Team Max under pressure, and they will think we will focus on the mage more than the XP, and we will take advantage with the mage better than the XP. We will give Team Spirit the advantage for the XP. Maybe it will be it will get better, but Labo as a ban.
We still have a Ruby in that case. We still have a Ruby in that case. We still have an X-Borg. We still have Johad. We still have lots of fighters. Yu Zong actually is banned. We still have Arlott as well, who might be a good choice in this actually picks. So let's see. They're thinking mage or XP ban right now. What do you think they would go for? What do you think you would go for? No idea? No idea at all. What about you, Soldier?
To be honest, for Team Max, they will think to go for the late game, and they will think, let's make it late as possible for them.
They went for an Edith ban, which is...
Wait, what is it?
Actually...
It's little bit question mark on it, for it as the meta now.
Now we might actually see a Ruby this game.
Wait, Uranus also?
Uranus is a man, so we might see actually a Ruby this game, or we might see an X-Borg. Or probably both of them having a face-off in the XP lane. But Team Spirit still has a chance to pick Farsa as of course, a mage, a mid laner, or they might actually go for Kadita as well. So let's see. We're waiting for Lei right now.
But so far, how would you describe Team Spirit's composition? Is this a draft that wants to close early or scale comfortably?
Actually, no. I believe they're gonna play early to mid. Their picks are pretty much early to mid game, so they want to reach the mid game max. But even if they reach the late game, I believe still Team Spirit has the upper hand. Still has the upper hand. But let's see. I don't think Suyo. Yeah, he went for an Arlot. So, and okay, Zeishan. Zeishan is actually not a usual pick happening, but she's such a strong mid laner, which is going to give Kimi a very hard time.
For Team Max, they need to avoid the early skirmishes until they will reach for win condition for that situation. But Team Spirit, maybe they will continue the same scenario as they win in the first game, like the early skirmishes, the early advantage, the early objectives. But as we can see in the paper, in the drafts, the pick and bans, it's little bit different, Adham, because it will be different now, because now the stress for the both teams, it's different. And we will see the last pick for the red side will be, he will choose it, oh wow, or will be as we expected.
Actually, from the draft picks, Team Spirit has the upper hand in the draft picks. They have a lot of damage dealing. They have 2 heroes which are, or 2 to 3 heroes which are kind of tanky as well. And Team Max, on the other hand, they lack the damage. They have a lot of survivability. They have a lot of sustainability, but they are lacking damage. So let's see how are they going to do in this match facing Team Spirit.
But
Team Spirit, they have the early rotations better for them.
Yes, that is very true.
what do you think has to go right for Team Max for us to see Game 3?
They need to extend the game as much as they could. But even though they don't have like, you know, with these picks, they have a very small chance.
So you're saying if this game goes late, Team Max has the benefit?
Yes.
Might have the benefit.
Might.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, the word might.
Yeah. If they do this, if they execute this perfectly, yes, then we will see a third match.
Yeah, this feels like execution versus momentum.
Then-
Okay, let's wrap this draft up. And there you have it. Drafts are locked in for Game 2 for Games of the Future Abu Dhabi 2025. Casters, take it away.
Here we are. And possibly the last match for Max unless they pull off something different. Maybe they can punish this Zetian pick coming out from Team Spirit. Already we're seeing a different shade of Team Spirit with his Fredrin pickup. I know that it has a great combo with his Zetian, but do you think that this is actually going to work?
I hope so, man. You know, the patch came out. Zetian hasn't seen the light of day for like the longest time until, you know, back in what? I feel like maybe back in our last big international is when we actually got to see the Zetian still kind of forced. Like it was like forced to be picked up when she first came out. But, and then she fell off. And the fact that Team Spirit brings it out here is actually really interesting because, yeah, so for those that are wondering, after the patch, Zetian has more damage and less mana for her skill 1. So that's going to help her basically through the late game damage output because that's one thing that was talked about a lot, you know, when she first came out was, yeah, it just feels like she falls off at some point. You know, the Fury of the Phoenix Ultimate and all that stuff is great, but it just felt like she was lacking something. And maybe that change is going to help here a bit, that bit of a buff. And we'll see how this plays out. Now, my biggest thing here, Wolf, is Team Max got absolutely rolled game 1. Now, this lineup should allow them to not have that happen again. It should be able to. There's some early damage here. They're going to get the flicker out from Sunset Lover. Sawo there to help him. But that is a resource down, and I think that's one of the main things. They just got to make sure they don't get snowballed over like last time.
Again, they start this is to eventually punish this Zetian in the mid lane because the main weakness about Zetian is mobility.
Auto slash already used. In the little space here, Kid Bomba actually is able to flicker out. One shot securing the objective. Gets the turtle.
Oh, wow.
There's the Fury of the Phoenix. What a great stun. Finding multiple members. A double for Kid Bomba. He wanted to make it a triple, but now they're looking for more. The flicker comes through just to stay alive. And oh my goodness, it's already started 2.5 minutes in.
The Team Max did not expect such a tempo of coming up from T-Spirit. In fact, such a number was level 3 when that fight broke up. Before the fight broke up. When the turtle fight. Once they get the turtle, obviously all of your heroes will get their level 4. Sunset Lover pops the ultimate, the perfect timing that allowed Team Spirit to get 3 kills cleanly against Team Max. And not only that nice, they have stolen the purple buff away from Sakzu the Lancelot. We were talking about how important this is for Team Max to get back. But man, that's just the first 2 minutes of the game. You're already in a massive depth for Team Spirit.
Yeah, this is not where you want to be, man. You know, this is almost reminiscent of the last game. You're a few minutes in, you're already facing a couple thousand gold deficit, which again, with this kind of lineup that they have, they don't want to be in that position. You know, they want to go ahead and because we've seen this many times. Like if you don't have that traditional marksman, now the Ruby's great. We've talked about this quite a bit. You know, you have great crowd control, you have great sustainability, but there is a certain time in the game that lacking that traditional marksman in the gold lane or in that team composition is going to most likely affect the way that you can close out a game.
Yes.
And the fact that you're playing with your back against the wall already in the early game and you're most likely going to lose this second turtle as well is a tough position to be at with this kind of lineup because again, Hiko is in the same position. He's basically just a ticking clock here for them. As soon as he's online, he's got even the 2 items, he's going to be okay. You see, he actually got pulled by Lei. Lei using that I'm offended, but Hiko didn't even need to use a Purify. He's fine in that lane until eventually he joins these team fights later on.
2.5k gold lead for the next turtle and level 7 one-shot.
Oh! Big final slash once again, forcing the fight, throwing a ruin, throwing out there. BMO Key trying to get away. Sakzu also on the run now. Kid Bomba actually quite low. He's going to go for that stun. He pops the regen, but King Ares will be able to whittle him down. It's still a trade, though, the 1-for-1, but the turtle will go in the hands of Team Spirit.
Oh, that was the closest start coming up from Team Spirit. The combo of the Zetian. Go with Scarlet. Comboed it up so well. Unfortunately, Team Spirit kind of overstepped their bounds and wanted to really take down Sakzu. Sakzu runs away. They will lose one of their heroes. Kid Bomba is an important hero to preserve, in fact. However, Team Spirit will not be punished. One shot impact, even against the purple buff. They get away from Sakzu. That's the 3rd cycle now of the buff, right? And 2 out of the 3 cycles, Lancelot weren't able to get the purple buff for himself.
This is definitely one of the things you're seeing here in this game and the way Team Spirit has been playing. You know, ever since their group stage game where they got bullied by RQ Hoshi, I feel like they've really refined the strategy here, Wolf, you know, and they are playing like a team. For some reason on the first game on Stream A, it just seemed like they were disconnected. Well, they quickly fixed that in the previous days, and they're a well-oiled machine up to this point. So for Team Max, they're going to have to be able to, like, they need to match that. The presence that Team Spirit has across the map, the way that they're actually giving each other information. You see this so often with the way that Sowell is playing. And again, he's so proactive in that roam role that it gives so much information to one shot and the rest of the team to move around the map. So that's one of the big pluses here. Whereas on the flip side, unfortunately for Cypher, he's left to mainly kind of playing defense and protecting the team or protecting BMO the Key. Because there's been so many instances, especially when that flicker is not available. Comes up now for BMO, but earlier on it was burned. So, you know, Cypher is just trying to play Guardian up to this point. And it's a really tough position to be in as the roam for Team Max.
Yeah. DHS picked up by Hiko just a few moments ago. Would assume that it's actually 2 items available for the god now. Don't go for King Ares.
Should be able to get away with the Gleam here or something, but the final slash is going to keep him there. Throwing a Ruin used up. He heals up a little bit. He will be able to escape over. The Fury of Phoenix is going to actually stun him. Good discipline on waiting to use that. With King Ares gone, Saxu, what's he going to do? He's going to go for Hiko, try to convert something out of this. The Blazing Duet going to be used, and Sawo joins the fight just to make sure he's there, but they want to secure the objective. Last turtle of the game, it's going to be started up by one shot. Team Spirit has a clear sign to take this. With the Saxu, no room to move here, so turtle secured. Cypher on the run, I'm not sure Energy Eruption is going to be used, but not worth it. Team Spirit continues to once again build up on this gold lead.
We're just quietly farming up top. Only have only been waiting for the golden staff, I believe, to usually go for that kind of build up. And this will mean that eventually Team Spirit will just run over Team Max once again. That plan is going to be crucial as well in the late game.
Cool. Just gone. I mean, even as a tanky hero, so quick to just go down. And again, this is proof of having this kind of lead.
Yeah.
You know, we saw this exactly in game one, Wolf.
Yeah. We see a lot sort of invade here coming out from one top. Cameron, of course, increasing his lead over the Lancelot once again. Lancelot is just level 9, almost level 10. One shot is 11. Can actually take out this purple buff. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
One shot was ready for that, and Arlott Fredrin, a classic combo. Even a Lancelot, apparently,
They're not going to land up here, Wolf. Under the turret, in between the tier 1 and tier 2. Team Spirit just unrelentless on what they want to take from Team Max, not giving them a moment to breathe. Team Spirit wanting to end this one just as quick as they did in game 1. And like you mentioned, that deadly combination of the Fredrin Arlott just proving why it's such a deadly kind of combo of kits that you could utilize in many different ways.
Then Zetian and Arlott with additional stun from the ultimate that is almost guaranteed. It will mean that you will ever so pop your bench to pass in a spit bomb. And Sunset Lover, from some reason, getting the orange buff from somewhere. This is how massive the lead is. Now they can go for Saxu once again.
Oh. Once again, look at this. Cypher, not sure if he's going to be able to get away. He's relying on that pass, but he goes down. It's Hiko. Hiko going to the back line. He will get stunned here. A couple flickers via Burn King. Ares going to be next. He tries to get away. He bumps a flicker from Hiko. Goes in under the turret. Will pick up another 4 fall for Team Met. Only Saxu left alive. Lord is for the taking. The shield will pop in the mid. And there you go, Team Spirit once again finding themselves 11,000, almost 12,000 ahead, just like in game 1. With this Lord secured, they'll get ready to go ahead and march into the base and potentially sweeping, sending Team Max home. Let's take a look at the replay.
With Bumble being the aggressor here, Salvo on the other side pressurizes Cypher out, and then the initiation. One shot is there, goes to come from T-Bomb, but then gets out. Wants to clear out the of the lane. Then Hiko, feeling ever so confident, there will be no punish whatsoever. As they not only get the teamfight win in the bottom lane, they also get the Lord unscathed, untouched. It's looking bleak for Team Max. It will take a miracle for them to get back. Let's see if they still get something to attack here.
Not much of a fighting position to be in. One shot jumping through the wall. King Ares already low. Has to go ahead and heal back up. Lord working on this base turret. A Divine Glaive picked up for Sunset Lover to do even more damage. They're waiting for these waves to push in so they can time it out as the Lord finally takes the top turret down. Hiko will take down the mid turret with a wave pushing up bottom. Team Spirit seeing the win in sight. They might force it. Once again, they're going to go. Kid Bumbo waiting for that final slash. He's going to use it. They're collapsing it down under the base with that wave pushing in now to take out the last base turret of Team Max with this massive lead, 14,000 gold. Does Team Spirit stay around to fight? A couple Guardian Helms to pick up to top off the health bars, but it looks like they'll go for a bit of a reset.
They will live to see another day. Last for a few more minutes. 4 items now available for the squad, including the Electric Roar, which will then be backed up by a Winter Crown. I think that's definitely the way to end this, the end game scenario here for the pod. Whereas for Team Max, they're still looking for items on the Lancelot. Lancelot had to pop this Brute Force breastplate together with the War Axe, completely skipping the upgrading Fury Hammer. That's how difficult life is for Sakzu. How many cycles has it been since he was able to get his purple buff? He might not have gotten any purple buff after the first one, so it's really just so difficult to play now for Team Max.
Very dire situation to be in here, Wolf. I mean, this is a massive deficit. You usually don't even see it get to the point, you know, at this point, even if it's 10,000, you're like, man, that's so hard to work against. Now 14,000 in this case, you know, you got Team Spirit basically locked in terms of itemization. If they wanted to actually force a fight, they could most likely win it, but there is always that chance if you force that fight when you don't really need to, that you give that opening window to the opposing team to just kind of turn things around. Because the shutdown gold would be massive here if Team Max is able to get it on the right heroes. And that's why you see Team Spirit, again, a team with veterancy that has played multiple internationals and multiple tournaments together up to this point, still showcasing that they're going to go and do the right things, stay disciplined, grab this objective, and then march into a base that doesn't have any base turrets left for Team Max. So Lord is obliterated just as quickly as Team Max has been through these fights. And they might choose to just fight Cypher. Get some shots from Hiko here, but they'll prep up for this defense.
And Govern Hiko stealing away the purple buff again. How long has it been since Sakzu was able to get that purple buff? Team Spirit are going to be methodical with it. Going to be waiting for the Lord. A massive army of Team Spirit minions, heroes, and the Lord going to be knocking into the base of Team Max in the face of elimination. Let's see how they defend it.
Good Bomba jumping in with that final splash. Here's the combo they've been doing all game to take out Team Max. 2 fall. Lord is still up. They can just lock into the base, but they still want to go for the kills. They go for more. Base at half health. Lord still up 2, and Team Max desperately trying to clear something out, but it's just way too much as Team Spirit will sweep out Team Max.
Victory!
Back-to-back dominant games coming out from Team Spirit. But what's amazing about game number 2 is that they have shown us how to use this Zetian. Arlott Fredrin is a couple that has been there for quite a long time now. It's one of those staple duos. But having the Zetian on top of it allowed them to have more ways for the Arlott, for that guy that you're seeing on screen, for Kid Bomba to initiate. A wonderful showing from the entirety of Team Spirit, shrugging off whatever mishaps they had in the day 1 of this tournament. Now they're looking hot, as everybody expected Team Spirit to perform.
Yep, GG's here to Team Max, presenting from Cambodia here. Again, you see this, you know, good sportsmanship, of course, across both teams. Again, a lot of these players have quite extensive international experience, and they've played against each other in the Land of Dawn many, many times, but you can't deny the fact that Team Spirit just was the better team here, dominated throughout the series, back-to-back games, and it seems to be the case. Like I said, you know, they've improved so much. Let's go ahead and throw it over on the stage for the winning interview with Team Spirit.
Well done. Incredible performance. I would say you were one of, you know, the highlights of the whole game. Who would you say out of all the team members kind of stepped up their game and helped you to win this entire game?
I think everyone did. We rewatched our games against RRQ and we saw a lot of mistakes. So now we just want to keep playing well, and whatever happens, happens.
Amazing. Now listen, you guys have moved on into the quarterfinals. Of course, you know, the competition is getting tougher and tougher. What's the mindset like? How are you guys prepared for the quarterfinals now?
Very well. We're just waiting for our match tomorrow, and yeah.
Listen, how bad do you guys want this trophy?
Very bad.
Like very, very bad. Listen, how's your experience finally, you know, Games of the Future, first time in Abu Dhabi. I'm not sure if it's your first time in Abu Dhabi, but how's your experience been so far over here?
It's been great. Hotel is great as well. Food is great. Everything's great. So, yeah.
Everything is great. Well, once again, everybody, make some noise to Team Spirit. Thank you for joining us, and good luck in the quarterfinals. Thank you.
Perspective. How impressed were you with Team Spirit's control across both games?
Total domination. That's the only thing I would say. Complete domination from Team Spirit. And as we can see with the numbers explain themselves. Actually, the gold, huge difference. No towers destroyed from Team Max. No Lord slain, no terrestrial slain, which shows that Team Spirit was dominating from early, mid to the late game until they finished the game. So kudos actually for Team Spirit for this amazing performance. Kid Bomba with Arlot was out of this world. He was doing great. He was assisting the team. He was pushing lanes. He was there all the time for his team, and I believe he would be the MVP.
The MVP.
I hope I'm right for once, because every time I say an MVP, it turns out to be someone else. But I believe Kid Bomba would be the MVP for this match.
We will be seeing. Do you agree, Soldier?
To be honest, Kid Bomba was totally dominating the map, helping his team, taking the advantage, clearing, protecting the, engaging. He starts the fights and he can disengage the fights. And his team, he can understand it very well. They have the chemistry, they have the synergies, and they are keeping the rhythm high and high for the win. We cannot lose this match. We have a few mistakes, but we can fix it like this by the blink of the eyes, and they fix it and they win. And to be honest, it was a fabulous game.
But you're saying Kid Bomba, but this is based on consistency or clutch moments?
Actually, as
And
we
there
can
we
see,
have it.
Yeah, Kid Bomba is actually the MVP. I'm glad he is. He deserves it. He was actually the master initiator of each and every fight, if you notice. He was initiating the fights. His team was waiting for his initiation, and then they would start, bombarding, basically.
That's why Kid Bomba.
Exactly. He's the initiator, and then they would start bombarding the enemy team.
Yeah.